Hello everyone and welcome back to Equilinox. And we are here in our world, which is, we've got quite a few of the biomes actually going pretty well here. We have a very sprawling snow biome, we've got a lot of grasslands over here, we've got our big old woodland area, and quite a bit of forest. But the thing you guys are pointing out is that we actually don't have a lot of tropics, and so they kind of shrank, especially with the jungle kind of encroaching on them. Now, what's difficult about the tropics is that they have to be pretty low down, I believe. The stuff here, when it'll let us click after it auto-saves, all of this likes to be below 20 meters or below, well, the flowery grass actually is okay with it, but like the palm trees, they like to be below 20 meters, and so pretty much everything likes to be really low down. So we'll try and spread some of it over here. But, yeah, I don't really know. I think we're probably not going to spread it too far upwards, but we'll try and add a little bit around here because you guys did mention that. We'll also be working more with our lush biome and talking about some of the things that Thin Matrix has actually said because he actually watches these videos, so hello. Hello to you, Thin Matrix, if you're still here. And thank you for all the tips and tricks you've been giving me, and also for confirming that the foxes, if we can find any of them, we've got quite a few up here, are actually going to be getting color variations. So they currently don't have them, but we've seen we've seen some previews on Twitter already of what some of those might look like, and so hopefully those will be coming in an update pretty soon. I'm excited to check them out, especially as we're finishing up with a lot of the content in-game. As you can see, we're on 39 of 53 tasks, and so we don't actually have all that much content left to do. So, as we get working on this, we're going to go ahead and, well, I want to look at what lives in the tropical biome. We'll add some leafy plants because we want different types of those. Oh, what are the leafy plants like? Is it rocks? Uh-oh, why are you sad? Why are you sad? Okay, like stones, alright. Rocks and stones. Let's place some stones down. We'll put some of these in. And I don't think any of the trees or anything have an issue with them. But let's see. So we should have these. Those are all happy. How are the ones over here feeling now? I know they didn't fully like the biome. It's just that the suitable biome is so low. So unfortunately we don't have a lot of other things to spread the tropics, and we should probably look at unlocking some of those. So if we go to spreads tropical, take this off here so we can get that from tropical flowers, we can get this from flowery grass, and we can also get the seaweed. That's something we didn't do. So maybe let's take a look at some of that. So if we look here, that's seaweed, sorry. Where's the kelp? We don't actually have any kelp in this water, I think. So let's look at some of this. Does it like to be below? No, it doesn't. So we can actually put it right up here by the shore. And I think if we look here, we need large rocks. So let's go ahead and I will grab some of these jungle rocks. We can drop them in the water here. They're a little bit greener, so that'll be nice. And now we can get the tropical seaweed. So let's speed this up. Now, the other thing that's really, really cool, actually, well, while we're waiting for that, I'll come over here and show you. The other thing that's really, really cool that Thin Matrix confirmed is that animals don't necessarily draw their environment from where they happen to be. They have like a home area. And so this wolf, we put him up here, or I guess her, probably Sparkle seems like a female name. We put her a little higher up, or, well, I guess she's not super happy with the altitude, but we had put an original wolf up here. Maybe this is a descendant, but we'd put a wolf up here and in an area that's going to be a little bit of a nicer area for her to live in. And so with that in mind, they'll actually draw their happiness from where their home area is. And so they might make forays down there to go hunt, or the foxes might go get the chickens or whatever, but they'll draw their happiness from where their home area is, which is where they're bringing the meat back to. Oh look, we have a little baby wolf! We just have a wolf pup born! And we got our tropical seaweed, so let's go check that out. Pretty happy again, but still not the greatest with the altitude. Woo, that was a little bit trippy. So here we go. We have tropical seaweed. Let's plunk some of this down here. And that'll also help spread the biome. So if we look here, if we look at what spreads the tropical biome, now this tropical seaweed, okay, what like species does it have? So if we look here, it spreads the tropical biomes. It doesn't like the jungle. It likes the it likes rocks and stones, it likes the riverbed, and it doesn't like water lilies. It likes riverbed or tropical, sorry. So let's place some of this down. We'll make sure we get a lot of these rocks in. This is going to use up a lot of our, it's going to use up a lot of our, what am I trying to say here? And actually, so let's, I think, it is gonna delete those. So if we're careful, we can delete, if we're careful, oh great, I shouldn't have put all those rocks down, shoot. I should have cleared this out first because I want to make this area tropical. I want these to be tropical waters. So let's just kind of carefully edge our way around them and avoid the rocks if we can. So we'll get rid of some of those stones because I want to make this whole area tropical as much as we possibly can. So we're going to have to clear some stones, I think, a little bit. If we do this, we'll just get rid of one. And we can kind of get a lot of this out. We can get a lot of this out. I think there might be a way to lock it only to certain types of plants. But, so like if we select this, can we erase just that? Nope, that's not gonna work. Thin Matrix, I need your help. I don't, if you're seeing this, I don't know, how to do this exactly. So, let's see, this is normal kelp, this is tropical seaweed, this is normal kelp, this is kelp, this is kelp, this is kelp, this is kelp, that is also kelp. I'm going to delete everything that's the normal stuff here, basically, because we want to make sure that we're going to get mostly the tropical things. And so we'll plant down a lot of that. Let's go ahead, we'll go spreads, tropical biome. We'll plant in some of this. Where are its liked species? So it'll get happier with time. Alright, if we go here, we'll plant some of these down. Okay, so the liked species are just going to be the rocks and stuff. So let's plant some of these up here. Make sure we've got some close enough. And we should see this being pretty happy then. If we go ahead and go spreads biome, let's look at tropical again. We can place more of this down. Suitable biome, that's a little ways away from the liked species. So we'll go ahead, we'll put back some more rocks here. We don't have as many in this area. We just want to make sure we've got enough. Oh, great. We don't have enough DP. We're getting a lot of DP, though. And what I want to do this time, I think, we'll try and look at some of the fish, because I believe there's, like, clownfish and stuff we can get. There's tropical fish, not just the normal fish here. So let's look at this. We'll plant some more seaweed. I'm going to plant a lot of it down, because, and what it's not liking is the suitable biome. I don't think there's any areas, though, now where there's not enough species that it likes. We also got the reward for the digging a hole quest, but let's look here and see what we haven't unlocked. So turtles come from lizards. Let's see what the turtles, what we need to do to unlock those. What do we need? We can actually start that now. We just need leafy plants and tropical seaweed. So let's start with this. How is this one doing? It's fine. Alright, we'll start getting turtles. So that'll be another animal we can get. We can eventually get toucans. I don't know what we need to do for those, though. Clownfish here. They come from redfish. So let's look at the redfish and see. I didn't actually need to leave that. They like the river bed and the tropical. So let's go find our redfish over here and see what they are thinking currently. If we look here, we just need tropical seaweed and tropical biomes. So we could literally just plunk some redfish down and start working on them. Start working on this. So let's find an area where they're going to be a little bit happier. I don't know what their liked species is. What is that? Let's start this. What is their liked species? Kelp. So they don't like the kelp as much. We'll probably we might clear them out, or like they don't like not having the kelp, but the kelp will turn it to riverbed. So now we have clownfish, yay! It's just like Nemo. What are you not? Oh, okay, it's only the biome that's making them unhappy. So let's just maybe plunk down a bunch of them. What else do we need to make it more tropical? There's not a lot we can do. So let's just plunk down some more clownfish. So, okay, if we place one here, and we can place them here, And I think, what are their liked species? Is it the seaweed, I think? The tropical seaweed? Habitat, tropical seaweed. Does the kelp actually spread, if we look at the riverbed, yeah, the kelp does spread that, okay. So we want to make sure we place down enough seaweed, or enough of this tropical seaweed, that is, to make this biome continue to spread, because that's something that the clownfish are going to want. And let's see, there's our turtle here. So I'm going to just drop him right here. Oh, it's an egg, okay. So why are you not happy? Only 2 of 3 liked species. So water plants and fallen fruit. Water plants, grasses, and flowers. So I guess there's not flowers, that's what's going on. So let's look at this. All we really need is the lizards, so we can start putting the flowers in then. We'll put some more lizards elsewhere too. And we'll also put more turtles in. So we now have a tropical flower. I'm going to drop it right here. This will also spread the tropics. Now this turtle is going to be really happy. Let's place down, nope, not that. I'm going to look at what spreads the tropical biome again. We'll put some more tropical flowers over here. And then we'll work on our lush biome a little bit more. We don't actually have enough. Our DP is once again running low, dang it. All right, we can now get the fox hunting task. So, have a fox hunt 15 chickens. Oh, and that unlocked the wolf task, so we kind of jumped ahead. So if we look here, wolf and sheep's clothing. Oh, so we just have to have the wolves hunt sheep. Well, we don't really have any wolves where there are sheep, so we probably need to fix that. Do sheep like the forest? Sheep will... They will live in the forest. Okay, so I'm going to then plant some more forest areas around here. So let's look at what spreads the forest. And so basically what I'm going to do is the acer tree likes to be by itself. Tall trees we can plant in though. So what is it that rosemary likes? It likes to be between 15 and 55. So we can put that pretty much in this area. Okay, what is it missing? What is its liked species that it does not have? It likes trees. So if we plant in some of those tall trees, what do we get as well? Yes, we got the Tropical Waters quest. Okay, so we'll take a look at, oh, we got new music. Okay, but let's plant some of this in. We'll put some of these trees around. And the acer trees up here should still be happy, right? There's none of their disliked species, so that's good. Let's plant in some cedar trees as well. We can plant these here. It'll spread a more suitable biome. We can actually put... These guys just don't like the tall trees, right? Is that all that they don't like? Yeah, that's the only tree species they don't like. So we can put cedar trees up this hill. We can do that. We can plant some sage in here. Well, let's actually see, what is it like? So it likes stones and grasses. So we got to place in a few stones. Let's place some of these down just throughout here. And then we'll want to put some sort of grass in as well. And I think that's going to be barley. So let's go back to what spreads the forest biome. We'll place in some of this sage. That'll help keep it nice and foresty. And we should be able, we can plant some of this here. I'm gonna put in, we'll put in some potato plants, and they do spread forest. Oops, now we're out of that. We can put ferns in. What do they like? They don't really have a preference, so we can place some of these down. That'll help us out. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit so that we get more DP here. We'll probably want to take that digging a hole quest off notification pretty soon here. Let's see, let's make sure we place enough of these down. And then what I want to make sure we also do is to place some of these apple trees. Because, okay, what do the apple trees like, though, that we don't have? They like animals. So all we have to do is just put in some sheep. We'll plant in 3 apple trees, and then I'm also going to put some barley here. That'll fulfill the grass requirement. We might actually clear out that forest section we have over here, because it's really not doing anything. I mean, we have our chickens here, but that's about it. We already have a clownfish mutation. Where is it? Here. Oh, it's a black one. Look at that, you guys. Or not black, sorry, purple. Wow, that is cool. So we'll work more with colors very, very soon here. I just want to finish up the main tasks. I'm actually going to place some cedar trees up here, and that should help. So we've got our wolves up here, and then what we'll do is we'll actually put some sheep in. I'm going to put a couple, just in case the wolves decide to go after them right away or something like that. And then because we're going to have a larger population of animals here, I'm going to place down another wolf once we have enough DP, because we want to make sure that the wolves are going to actually eat the sheep. And so that would be a very good thing if we can get that in there. So there's things the sheep can eat. There's actually a lot the sheep can eat. And if we go up here, the altitude factor is good. So as long as we put a wolf right up here, we should be fine. And this area should be able to sustain the population, I think. So let's look at what spreads the forest again. If we place the cedar trees... Oh, okay. What are the... They like flowers. Oh, we don't have any flowers in. Okay, we gotta plant some heather. So the altitude factor, the heather likes to be further down. So that's what's keeping the cedar trees from being so far up. If we place this around here, okay, that was a little too high up. So that's why the cedar trees don't like to grow so high up. I know why. I think they've actually been dying off. So the acer trees don't like to be so close to the tall trees, but we can plant a few of them a little bit farther down just to kind of keep the trees near there. Oh, and I think that was a wolf killing a sheep right there. Who's hungry? It's foxes. Okay, so we don't have enough wolves, I don't think. We gotta add some sheep in this area too. So we will deal with that. Is that all of who's hungry? No, there's a sheep here that's hungry as well. There should be stuff for you to eat though, right? Like, you can eat the barley and stuff, I think. Oh, the wolves are gonna attack that sheep. We might have, oh, we've still got sheep, so that's good. Oh, and they've eaten. That's good. Alright, I think we'll be fine. We just need to be a little bit careful there. I don't want to overbalance the ecosystem or anything. But let's put in a few acer trees a little bit farther down, just to kind of spread this. So hopefully this one won't be too sad. No, it's not too close to the tall trees. So that should enable us to start working on that quest. I'm going to leave this area here for now, but what we're actually going to do is we'll look over here. So the sheep like to eat stuff like barley. Don't we have barley over here? Or did barley also like to grow lower down? I think that might have been an issue. What is it like? It likes below 50 meters. So, oh, but it doesn't like to be, oh yeah, so the wheat would be further down. So we need to find something else the sheep can eat. What lives in the grassland? So we have potato plants. Do sheep eat potatoes, actually? That is a good question. They will eat honey, fallen fruit, fruit bushes, and grasses. So I think we need a fruit bush rather than that, or because the apple trees, I believe, don't. Yeah, the apple trees don't like the grassland. Uh-oh, what's happening here? All right, they're happy. They're not happy because of the trees. Okay, we're gonna remove this part of the ecosystem because it's not good. I'm just gonna clear out that ecosystem because that was just kind of a disaster. We'll probably put our desert in this area instead, and that will help a lot. But what fruit bushes do we have? If we look at where bushes here, fruit bushes, holly bushes, and tomato plants. These don't grow that high up. Okay, so this spreads the snow biome. Okay, so that's not gonna happen. Okay, let's look at the blueberry bush. So the berry bush comes from here. If we look at wherever it went, oh, there's some over here. I know there's some over here. There they are. So what is the, not this specifically, the blueberry bush. It likes to be below 60 meters, so we could plant it up there. So, and it does not spread the grassland either. So what do we need to get that? We need bees. So, in order to make sure that the animals up here have food, because we need to sustain a larger population of wolves, I think. Are there still wolves up here, or did they end up dying off? I don't actually see any. So the trouble with the wolves is that the goats actually do damage to them. And I think they might have actually ended up eliminating the wolves. So we need to be a little bit careful with that. Let's put in another wolf here. I'm going to put in a wolf over here because I don't see any meat. I don't see anything, and the foxes are now starting to struggle. So that just goes to show the effect of an apex predator on an ecosystem. I talked about that in a previous episode, but when the apex predator disappears, then all the animals underneath it that depend on it also start to have problems. And that's a big issue. So that's why in a situation like Yellowstone, when the wolves were gone, it became a big problem because there was no apex predator for the ecosystem, and it impacted all the other animals and caused a huge imbalance. So that's why apex predators are important. Okay, so we have on your pike. There we go. We can let's the hungry fish the hungry fish quest here. Where is that? Which I guess we've technically already started. Oh, we need clownfish to be eaten. So do pike live in this in these waters? If we look at where are the pike? They're right here. They do. Okay, so we'll place some pike down here because we've got a lot of clownfish, and then I'm also going to place some more clownfish. And then real fast, I want to look at what it takes to get bees. I know we established that we need butterflies to start off with. So let me just see what that takes. We will be doing different color butterflies for the different areas, but to get the bees, okay, we need poppies. So what do we need? What do we need to get poppies then? We haven't gotten bluebells yet. We haven't gotten poppies. They come from buttercups. So buttercups are all the way over here. We'll be doing this in the next episode, by the way. I think I was going to do it sooner, but I got a little bit sidetracked. Oh, look at the beavers. They're building a lodge. Nice. Actually, they finished. Okay, so we need the color trait of red. So I'm going to start out... Let's find a fairly healthy one, or let's actually place a fairly healthy one. So is it going to like it here? Yes. It'll be fine up here, and we can just straight up implement the color red, and we should be able to get this. So let's start with that. You know what, we'll go a little over time and get poppies in, and then next time we'll focus on the bees and on getting that started. So we should have red buttercups anytime soon. There they are. I see some up here. So we should just be able to get poppies straight away. They like the woodlands by the looks of it, so Really? Why did it die? What was it not happy about? Okay, I guess it just wasn't... I wasn't ready, I guess. So let's have it continue on. And this time it should finish. There we go. So we can now get the hungry fish task. If we place this here, is it... Oh, no. So what is it missing? It likes stones. Okay, and it likes to be below 50 meters. So let's place in some stones. Or is there an area that already has stones? There are areas that already have stones. We'll just place some poppies down here then. So we'll put some of them in here. There's already stones. We can get those started. And then next episode, we'll work on what it takes to get bees. So if we have our butterflies, I just want to look at... is that the only requirement? I think it is. If we look at our butterflies here, that's not a butterfly. There we go. I think that's the only requirement. So we'll go ahead and work on that next time. But for now, we're going to go ahead and wrap up this episode here for today because it is about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.